Hi everyone, welcome to Krista's Curated Life. I am Krista and I'm a part-time reseller on websites like Poshmark, eBay, Depop, and Mercari. Basically all of them, I swear. Today is a what sold video and we are going to be going over January 4th through the 10th. We had another great sales week. I had $1,030.12 in sales. In profit, I had $704.95. Average sales price of $30.30. So still great ASP. And we had another big lots of sales week, 34 for a part-time girly pop. It's a lot of sales. And so since there are so many, let's get on into it. But first, if you like reseller content, and maybe if you enjoy my reseller content, I would invite you to guys like and subscribe, but let's get on into it. Our first sale is going to be this new Bob Mackie wearable art coat. I have a love-hate relationship with Bob Mackie. I picked this one up because it was a 1X and it was brand new. I don't know that I was ever around when it was a BOLA to sell. I don't know. Is it still? I don't know. This sold after 4 days on eBay for my 15% off offers to Lakers of $27.97. I got that at the bin, so I made it $20.36. I don't find Bob Mackie a lot, but this one was pretty substantial in the fact that it was a jacket, it was new, it was 1X. So let me know below what you think if you pick up Bob Mackie. Next, we have this Happy as Baby Snoo sleep sack. This is like the third of these that I sold. They don't go for a lot, but they're super lightweight, really easy to list. This one took the longest to sell at 99 days. It's selling $13 on Poshmark. So I did only take home $805. However, because I found a few of these this day, they were really easy to list, and I believe the other two sold for like $15. Otherwise, would have been great to lot up. Next, we have something that's on the same day I listed it. I would have listed this for more if I knew I was going to go for this much. But this is a Coach 100% silk ascot. This is their like 2010s poppy line, which I felt like was the last line that was really popular before they started getting popular again. And I found this at the bins, and honestly, this laid around in my office for like 3 or 4 months before I listed it. It sold the same day I listed it for $22.87. I took home $16.68. It sold so fast. I think I should have listed it for more. There was nothing like it. So possibly some missed out money there. Next, on Poshmark, we have this Smart Wool Women's Intranet Thermo Merino Wool Base Layer. Smart Knit Wool is a BOLA brand. Look it up. Honestly, you can pick it up with holes and flaws. You're just going to get less money for it. This is their intranet label, and this one is a little bit more geared activewear. It's like a more athletic blend. It's not going to be like your 100% merino wool, or at least that's what I was seeing. And so this one was really exciting. These are going for more because these are like their newer, more athletic. Wish I would have kept one. I found these in a picked over bin. I found like 3 of them. I wish I would have kept one for myself. They sold within days. This one sold after 4 days on Poshmark for my 20% offers to Lakers of $41. I took home $30.80. Next, we have a Depop sale. This is a Citizens of Humanity Isabel ribbed tank top. This actually sold before and was returned also on Depop because they bought it and they didn't realize it was the wrong size. They were a really sweet buyer. Anyway, I was really surprised by how high the comps were on this tank. I don't know if it went viral because it's a plain tank top, and like Citizens of Humanity is an expensive brand, but like their jeans are hard to sell. Anyway, this sold after 49 days of being relisted on Depop. We're not in tank top season. And it sold for $27, which is pretty good. That did sell promoted. Everything is promoted for me on Depop. I made $21.20. Next, this was an interesting sale for me. They sold on eBay. It's a Lorenzi women's button-down shirt. The comps were all over the place. I've never heard of this brand. I sold after basically, I don't know anything about this. I'm just telling you that it sold. So if you've sold this before, maybe you can comment below. It was made in Italy and it was really nicely made. And there was also a vanity size on it, which typically indicates that like the brand is well known for something. It sold after 48 days. For my 15% off offer to Lakers of 21.17, I took home 15.11. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I found it at the bins and I thought it was interesting. And it was made well. So it was made well, made in Italy, things to look up for. It sold in under 50 days, so I thought that one was really great. Next, we have Vuori men's core shorts. These have a 5.5 inseam, and they actually had some loose stitches on the hem. Even with that, Vuori is still red hot. Keep your eyes out. This sold on Depop after 21 days of being listed. It's funny because I thought it had been listed forever, which like 21 days for Vuori is forever for me. It sold after 23 days. I made $17.69. I regretted picking these up and I was glad they sold. This is a J.Jill blouse bundle of 3 different shirts. They were size medium, which is why I grabbed them. I don't know that I would do this again. And I actually have been better. I told you guys I wasn't going to pick up medium J.Jill, and I followed that so far. Anyway, this bundle of 3 items sold after 123 days for $27.09. I did end up taking home $17.59. I'm a sucker for J.Jill, and well quality made pieces. It's hard. It's so hard not to pick them up. This was super fun find. This next sale is a Free People Movement Hot Shot Relax pants. They're Hot Shot. They have can I say that? They have the drop crotch, basically. And it's the Hot Shot has the jumpsuit too. That's really popular. This sold, so they're a harem pant. There you go. There's a word for it. They were a size medium, which was great too. This one sold on Poshmark after 24 days for $41. Amazing. If I had to guess, these probably retailed for $98, but that's a shot in the dark. I ended up taking home a $30.80. That is a recent size in Free People Movement. Next, also Free People. I wouldn't pick up this dress, and frankly, it wasn't listed that long. But when I was listing it, I was like, why did I buy this? Why did I get this? Because I got it at the bins. I had bins eyes. This is a Free People orange sundown baby doll dress. I put Aztec, boho, Western, cowgirl. Keyworded the heck out of that one. I had it listed for $19, and someone on Poshmark offered me $11, and I was like, this may be the only offer I ever get on this. So I took it. I made $6.05, and I would not pick it up again. Actually, I probably would, and I would have taken it to Turnstile. I just picked up one more of these. This is the American Eagle Women's Dreamy Dry Baggy Wide Leg Pants. They have their cargo wide leg streetwear is hot right now. Streetwear wear is not what I wear, but I've been keeping an eye out for it. This sold on Depop after 17 days for $20. I made $14.87. Next, this one was a great one. Well, not super great, but a good. Ralph Lauren is having a moment right now. This is a Polo Ralph Lauren men's cardigan sweater. It's called the shawl collar. I've sold a few sweaters like that. I actually only picked this one up because it was a large haul. I really don't like to pick up larges, but the fact that it was a tall is what grabbed my attention. Anything preppy, Ralph Lauren, doing real good right now. This one sold after 14 days for $21.17. I made $14.60. This one, I love this one. This is a J.Jill vest. It actually was it said J.Jill down on it. And so it's a down puffer vest. I normally don't get a lot for J.Jill, but this one actually sold after 1 day for my 20% offers of of $34. I found that one at the bins, so I took home $25.20. And it had 100% sell-through rate. So if you find a J.Jill down vest, definitely look into it. It's one of the higher sell-through rate items that I've seen in the brand, so keep an eye out. More J.Jill. Do you guys see why I can't stop myself? This one had a lot of things going for it. It's a J. Jill midi dress, 100% linen. You know I love my linen J. Jill. It's just such a staple. I put leg and look, relax, coastal. What's shocking is that this actually sold on Depop. It sold after 67 days for $26. I made $27. We haven't had anything that I picked up at a regular thrift store yet. Next, this one was actually in one of my Binsmas videos that I found. This is a Pilcro Sweetheart Denim button-down maxi dress. I also put tiered cottagecore ruffle. It was a size large. Great find. Sold after in the dead of winter on the 5th of January after 8 days for $74. I got that at the bin, so I made $57.20. Great sale. Any type of branded, like any Anthropologie brand maxi dress, go ahead and look at them. Even if you find them at a regular thrift store, they be worth it a lot of the time. Next, this is a Abercrombie Fitch sleeveless rib scoop neck bodysuit. I actually thought I had this longer than what I did. I'd be really careful with bodysuits. This one was in really good condition, and Abercrombie and Fitch, they're known for this style, or like their bodysuits. Bodysuits are going out of style, so I'd be a little picky with them. This one did take longer to sell because it was a size small. It took 151 days to sell. It only sold for $16, so I made $12.80. I probably would pick it and sell it again and sell it myself and not take to turnstile. Next, this was a great, slightly brand, but more so style-based. Urban Outfitters, a white balloon, high-rise cargo parachute jogger pants. Lot happening with these pants. They actually did take 60 days to sell, and I bet you I had them listed for $26, $28. Someone offered me $23, and I did take that. I took home $17.68. This does fall into the streetwear category, and anything streetwear, I'm having really good luck right now. So yeah, that was a good find. This one, I probably shouldn't have listed because it was actually more saturated than I thought. This is a Grayson's men's polo. It's a size 2XL. It has a pink blue colorway. It actually only took 15 days to sell on Depop. I had this listed for $18.90, which is like a standard price to me that like entices people because it's under $20. And then with the 15% offers to Lakers, it sold for $16.92. I got that at the bins, so I took home $17.14. Basically, this one was just a striped one. I have better luck with the Grayson polos that have prints. So if you are looking for something that has a higher ASP, like over $20, I mean, this was still a 2XL, which helped, but they make like fun golf patterns. Like guys wear this on the golf course. So I would keep an eye out for those. Next, I was a little scared when I picked this up at the pins. This is a Roots men's original Conga hoodie. I guess the type of sweater is pepper fleece. It's also organic cotton. When I got home, I was annoyed because I was already like, why did I pick this up? Because once I had a Roots Canada sweater and I had it for like a year and a half. And every time I looked at it, I just looked at it with spite, you know? But so this one had like a stain on the tassel. I did an OxyClean soak. It came right out. But this one sold after 20 days on Poshmark for $19. I had it listed for $24. So that's my 20% offers to Lakers. Got that at the bin. So I made $13.20. And next, I mean, it sold. This is it's a great way to lead into it, right? This is a Victoria's Secret lightly lined plunge bra. I have pretty good luck when these are razorback, but I priced this one too low because it had a horrible sell-through rate. And so I was like, I'm going to go with $12.90 instead of my standard $14.90. Well, it sold in 9 days for $10.97. I made $6.34, which isn't what I'm going for, but like, bras are so easy for me to just grab and list. I know that's not in everyone's policy to do, but works for me. Next, I was surprised by how well this sold. This is a Natural Life women's sweatshirt. I had a hard time keywording this one So I put like boho oversized knit trim. I mean, it was a really pretty sweater, but like I could not come up with the keywords for it. This sold, I got a few offers on this one. This one sold after one day on Poshmark for $27. Honestly, their sweaters sell best for me. Natural Life is slightly a Bolo brand. It's a keep your eye out for brand. But anyway, I made 1960. Next, I was surprised by this one. I also actually grabbed this one in a Binsmith video. This is a Banana Republic men's cardigan sweater. It was chunky wool Italian yarn shawl. It hadn't been washed, but when I got it, it had a giant stain on the back. And so I did a wash of it in cold water, but it was wool. And so like ever so slightly, it was a little bit stiff, but like that's what happens if you don't dry clean wool. So, I mean, it still sold really well. I think I had this listed for $34.90 and it sold on my 15% offer to Likers of $31.37 after 16 days. For Banana Republic, I made $23.69 and after 16 days, happy camper. I mean, that one was in really good condition and it was a size extra large. Plus, like generally men's cardigan, like the grandpa cardigans in any brand tend to do pretty well. So I looked those up. This was a new brand to me and I probably should have lifted it higher because my offers to Lakers is so much more because I saw comps slightly higher than this. I don't know how to say the brand. It's KUIU. This is like a Patagonia Better sweater to me. It was a size extra large. I got this at Turnstile. I think I paid like $10 for it, but I used store credit. It was a size extra large. It sold after 3 days on Poshmark for an offer to Lakers of $44. I took home $35.20. This is absolutely a Bolo brand. This sweater has over 100% sell-through rate. I'd never heard of it before. I run into a lot of outdoor brands because I am in Minneapolis. Well, I'm in Minnesota, like the Midwest. We go outdoors a lot, except it's really cold today, and so I'm wearing a cashmere shawl. Next, this is a Lands' End women's goose down puffer parka. However, this had terrible comps on eBay. Like the sell-through rate was like 3 sold out of like 50 listed, which I guess could be worse. It was in really good condition, except it had like some staining on the inside, and I didn't know what it was from. But I wanted to move it fastly because I wanted to move it fast because eBay had such bad comps, which was confusing to me. So I listed it pretty low. It sold on Poshmark for $25 after 9 days, and I made $18. So TBD. I almost didn't list it because it had bad comps and I didn't check. Anyway, next we have a Lululemon Speed Up short. These are really common, like older style short. These sold after 3 days on Poshmark for $24. I made $17.20. Really good, easy, fast sale in Lululemon. Next, we have a Bolo hat, and I was so jazzed about this. This is a Shelta Seahawk Performance Sun Hat, camo fishing. Oh my gosh, I actually had this one in a Binsmith video too. So this one did take 51 days to sell, and it sold on eBay. The person messaged me, and he was like, would you be able to ship it tomorrow? And I will purchase it. I'm going on vacation. And I was like, I could ship it today because if you're going to pay me $41, the answer is yes. So it sold for $41.57. It has sun protection in it, but the bill of it was structured. And so it wasn't going to like flop around in the wind or anything like that. So really well made hat. That's why I picked it up, because it was just like in a bin and I could tell that it was really nice. It also had on the toggles, it had branding. So it's a sign of quality, right? We can't learn every single brand, but if we can sense that things have high quality elements about it, it's something to look into. So that sold on eBay and I made $32.87. Oh, we have another Happiest Baby sleep sack. I lied. These didn't sell crazy well, but I think I'm still glad that I listed them separately. This one sold after 105 days, also on Poshmark for $14. I do like to hit that $15 threshold on Poshmark because under 15, they start charging $2.95 for every fee, or for the fee on everything. And then over like $15 and over, it's 20%. So I'm always pretty cognizant of that. I made $9.05 length, which is fine. especially because I don't do measurements. That's something I take into consideration. Okay, next we have a Rachel Zoe women's 100% two-ply cashmere sweater. This one was in pretty good condition. Two-ply cashmere, it just makes it more durable. This sold after $18, after $18, after 18 days for my 50% offer. So like yours of $24.57. I made $18.22. I pick up cashmere in any brand. I actually have a decent amount of items now to do my like cashmere crafters lot. So I'm really excited to see how that sells. I just have to photograph everything. Next, I was so excited when they found these in a bin, and then it was, there's a reason these are at the bins. These are Mother Superior high-waisted spinner prep skimp wide leg jeans. These had a button fly. One of the buttons had been ripped out. So actually what I did is I have the like iron-on denim patches. So I patched both sides and I sewed a button on. With that flaw, these sold after 6 days on Poshmark for $52. I got them at the bin, so my cost of goods at $2. I made $39.60 and probably about 15 minutes of work to fix those up. But I rescued mother jeans from the bins. Next, I've never sold this brand before. I heard it was a Bolo, and frankly, it didn't have a great sell-through rate, but it sold okay. This is an ALC button down. It was 100% silk blouse. I got this at Turnstile's like end of season $2 sale. So I was just grabbing things quickly without looking up comps. Worst case scenario, I just send it back to them or send it to ThredUp. This one did take 143 days to sell, but it sold for $29.90, which is my full asking price. I made $22.72. I'd probably pick it up again at the bins. Like I said, maybe take it to Turnstile, maybe sell it. But even though that took a while, I'm happy with it because it sold for like $30. Next, we have a Faherty top sale overalls. I put light wash, stripe, railroad. These were giving railroad worker. Western cowgirl. I don't know, but they were giving railroad. It was maybe because I had them priced high. They sold after 154 days, but they were a size extra large. I did have to sweater shave some parts of these. I made $44, which is, I think I had these listed for 60 something, but because they'd been sitting for a while, I was okay taking a lower price. I got those at the bins, so I took home $33.20. The interest I had on this shirt. This is a pull shirt, heart quilted patchwork, French terry balloon sleeve boho cream. Everyone was all over this one. I got so many offers. It sold in my offer liker for $28. People were lowballing me on this one. I made $28, or I sold it for $28. I made it for $20.40. I basically have never picked up Pole before. I believe it's an Anthro brand. I don't know if it still is or it was. I was so glad this sold because it was taking up a lot of space in my bin. This is a Tommy Bahama. Oh my goodness. I also found this on Business. This is a Tommy Bahama polo shirt bundle. They were 3XL island short sleeve shirts. I sold a bundle of 7 of them. And so I had all of my cost of goods on those as $2. So I say I have $14 into these. And this guy messaged me and was like, I think I have them listed for 70 something. And he was like, would you take 60? And I was like, yes, I will. I wouldn't pick these up on their own, but because I found so many of them all in one foul swoop, I just called it good. These sold after 34 days on eBay for $60 together. I ended up taking, obviously this didn't actually cost me $14, but I just say that. I made $36.21. All right, getting to the last few. I would pick this up again, caveat, which I feel like is most of my sales. Poshmark sale. This is an Airy Smoothies Brush Wireless Bralette. I had a few lowball offers on this, and to be honest, I thought I had this listed longer than 18 days, but it sold after 18 days on Poshmark for $11. I made $605. Maybe if I found a few of these, I didn't look up comps while I was there because it was really good quality, and I was like, this seems so comfortable. Who would not want to wear this? And that isn't how you should be doing your research, but that's how I did it. Next we have another bra. This is a Torrid Perfect T-shirt push-up bra. I have really great luck with Torrid bras. They sold after 56 days on Depop, which I was a little surprised by. I do get a higher amount of money for Torrid bras. This one sold for $17. It did sell promoted on Depop. I took home $12.38. Our last sale. Did you guys miss me saying Kendra Scott? This is a Kendra Scott independent necklace. This, I think, was my last one. I might actually have one more of these. They sold after 187 days on Mercari for $20.23. I took home $10.25. I did have $7.50 into those. Anyway, that's all she wrote for January 4th through 10th. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said at the beginning, if you like reseller content, specifically my reseller content, I would love if you guys would like and subscribe. I would love to see you again. I do typically do what sold videos. I don't do a ton of thrift with me's, but I'm hoping to get into a little bit more research type videos. So if you have a video that you would like to see with me from me, comment below. But anyways, I'll see y'all next time. Bye.